Hi everyone! Welcome to my Watercolor Wings online class. I'm so excited that you're here and you're joining me. We're going to have a lot of fun. These cards are precious. They are just wonderful. I love them. I hope you love them too. If you are a new class member, welcome. I really hope you enjoy it. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm so happy that you enjoy my classes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. For those of you who are new to my classes, this is how it works, the online class. I don't usually edit anything, so it's usually continuous, just like if you were sitting in my home around a table. We're just going to go ahead and go from one project to the next. I recommend that you do one project with me and then either do one on your own or do it again later. It makes the class last longer for you guys as well, and it's just fun to do it that way. Or, what are my other suggestions? My suggestion is take your time, get a drink, a soda or juice or something, water and popcorn and some snacks. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is what came in your class kit. You guys received watercolor wings and then the bold butterfly bundle. Now this is the first class that I've actually included a set of thinlits or framelits in the class. So for those of you with a Big Shot or another machine that you can run thinlits and framelits through, you're going to be able to do that in the class today. For those of you who don't own that yet, and now you have these, two of the projects we will just hand cut. You can hand cut two of the items and it's really not a big deal. It's nice having the Big Shot or a machine that you can run these through. So I've had requests that we actually include that in my class, so we're going to try it and see how it works out, see if you guys like it or not. You also received Pear Pizzazz, Classic Ink Pad, and Bermuda Bay. If you guys are brand new to Stampin' Up! And this is one of the very first times you're ever working with Stampin' Up's product, you're going to love it. The quality cannot be matched at all. I've worked with many companies over the past 20 years, and Stampin' Up! Is the first company I've worked with that the quality is just amazing. Everything coordinates. You guys will find that out. The colors are rich and vibrant. The stamp pads are fun to work with, and the quality of the stamps is amazing. The one we're working with today is photopolymer, and having my own stamp line before of photopolymer stamps, this does pass my quality inspection. So they have very similar quality that I had with my Pink Stamper stamps. Okay, so what you will need for this class, let me just tell you really quick what you're going to need. You're going to need a black ink pad. I prefer the basic black archival, but for this one, since we're not really watercoloring any of the images, we're just using this as part of the stamping. You can just have a black ink pad if you haven't invested in one of these yet. I would definitely put this on your next order, or if you're signing up for one of my classes, let me know and I'll throw it on for you and just you can pay the difference for that. Oh, you also got this in your class for free. This was my little bonus. This is super fun. So we're going to use this on one of the cards, but if you want, you can use it on all of them. That's completely up to you. Okay, so you're going to need some adhesive. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some dimensionals and glue dots. And you're also going to need some blocks for your stamps. So you can really get away with, you need a large block for size D from size E from Stampin' Up. And then really everything else you can get away with using the size D or smaller for the Sains. I really highly recommend the Stampin' Up! Blocks. These are the best I've ever worked with in my whole career of working with the unmounted stamps. Stampin' Up! Is the best quality I've ever worked with. And I'm not just saying that, you guys. You will only hear me say what I like. I will not tell you something that I don't like, I promise. I will not fluff it up. I have yet to find something I don't love with the Stampin' Up! Product. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and this is how it's going to work. I will just walk you step by step through the class. You're welcome to hit pause, or mute. Which one am I going to start with? I think I'll start with this one. Okay. You're welcome to hit pause. Don't hit mute. I don't know why I said hit mute. You need to hear me because I'm not putting any text on the screen for you, so you won't be able to read anything for this class because I put everything on the PDF that was included in your class, so then I don't have to stop when I'm editing this because these are usually a lot longer than a regular video. Okay, so you guys, let me get my garbage ready. Okay, so these are how everything works. We're not really using, do I have the ribbon on here? Where's my ribbon? Oh, there it is. Okay. So for these cards and classes, yours might be in a different order than mine. So I have them together though. So I usually have, these are the 3 different cards. You're making 2 of each, and you guys also have envelopes. The first one we're going to do is, we are not going to do the one with the pearls or the gems. So you can set those when I think your guys' pearls and gems might be on the top with your silver ribbon. So we just need the one with the white cardstock in the background for the base, and then the silver, and then the silver, and then pull out the silver ribbon because I think it also might be on the top with a different card. So, okay, so let's go ahead and separate these into 2 different stacks. You're going to have the scored, I've already scored this for you. This is the Whisper White Thick cardstock, and I've scored it at 4 1/4 for you. You'll want to score the Whisper White Thick cardstock. It's just a thicker one, and it gives it a nice crisp fold when you do that. We're using the Silver Glimmer, which is my favorite. I love the Silver Glimmer. It's just beautiful. So yeah, I added that on each card, which is fun. And then we're using the Whisper White, and I've already embossed this for you with the butterflies, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you really quick for those of you who are new to embossing and die cutting. And you're going to need 1 doily for each, and you're going to need 1 butterfly. So I went ahead and cut these all out for you with the Thinlit. I cut it, 2 cards we're using these on, and I went ahead and cut these. I would like to say that my children helped me with this one, but they didn't. Naughty kids. They didn't want to help me. They wanted to just do other things, which is fine. I had fun doing it. And I also cut these out for you as well. These ones were a labor of love. I'm going to demonstrate one of them for you guys and show you the best way to cut out with glimmer paper and the Thinlit, because these are very intricate. And so, oh, how can I cut so intricate with this kind of a paper, specialty paper? I'm going to show you how. And I've used the discontinued oval punch for this one. So you won't be able to buy the oval punches after June 1st. So if you want the oval punch, now's the time to get it. You can go to mypinkstamper.stampinup.net, and I have a link to the retired list as well if you want to see what else is retiring. Okay, so we're going to take the silver 1/8 ribbon and just cut it in half. You'll need 1 for each project. Okay, so set 1 aside, and I don't think we're using this, so I kind of have to get my card that I'm going to make. I have my little cheater. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you on the Big Shot first. And the color we need for this one, we only need the Bermuda Bay. So you can put everything else to the side, and you're only going to use the Bermuda Bay. We're going to use the Big Shot right here. And I'm going to zoom it up for you guys. Okay, so this is how, if you guys want to do specialty, the intricate cuts, and you own the Big Shot or you're purchasing the Big Shot, I would highly recommend getting the Precision base plate. I have it on the magnetic platform, but you really don't need it on the magnetic platform. It gives me the best cut when I do that. So I have the Precision base plate. So, and it comes off. I was doing it upside down on some of my videos, so you guys. So sometimes I'm still learning as I do it, but I want to show you guys right when I get my stuff and get you guys excited like I am. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and just put directly on this, I'm going to put my Silver Glimmer paper, and then this is a Thinlit, and one side is just flat, and the other side has the little, you know, the edge, the rims or whatever. That is where it's going to cut. So you put that face down, and you're going to need just 1 of the sandwich plates, and that goes directly on top. So this is what I do, and this is what I did. I made hundreds of these. Just so you guys, this is what I did with everyone. It was, like I said, a labor of love because I love what I'm doing and I love working with the Big Shot. This is a lot of work. Okay, so we're going to go forward 1 and then back 2, and I did 4, 3, I did 4. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 because I really wanted to make sure that I got an intricate cut. So I'm going to set that aside for just a second. And I have this here. Now it's beneficial. You guys can't see that. That's why it's kind of like a live video, huh? So I'm also using the Big Shot brush toolkit, and what this does is this gets it in the grooves, and it comes out. It's nice and clean. So I just like lay it on here. I do that, and then I have my intricate cut. And some of them didn't come out as easily. If they do not come out easily, I took my my bounce dryer sheet, and I kind of just patted it in here first and just kind of got it so it was static free, if that makes sense. But it really helps. Okay, so there's my butterfly. And now for this one also, I'm not going to show you the, I don't need that anymore, do I? No. I'm not going to show you this one because this one's super easy. And I just did this, used this with that, super easy. But I will show you the embossed butterfly. So I'm going to pull my Big Shot back. Ta-da! Okay. And I'm going to need, this came with the machine. Starting June 1st, if you guys order the Big Shot through me, you'll get a different platform. The new platform, you don't have to open this up. It's actually kind of nice, and it's a little bit raised in the center, so you're for sure to get a nice cut in the middle, if that makes sense, and a nice solid crease. This one is still fine too, but we're going to open it on tab 2 for embossing. And yes, you can purchase the new platform separately starting June 1st. Okay, so I stuck my piece of paper that was completely flat. We're putting it in the embossing folder. We're going to put this down. Oh wait, it has to go in between the sandwiches. Don't forget. Okay, and all I did was run this through, like so. And this is a bigger folder. This one is a 6x6 folder. Most of the folders are the smaller size. And this is so if you want to do something bigger, you can. And there is our embossing. You guys can look at yours and you can see exactly what I did. Okay, I'm going to set that aside because we don't need it for right now. Okay, so now we can just put our card together. So what we're going to do first is let's start with this piece right here. And I'm going to use some adhesive, and because it's embossed, you want to make sure you do all 4 sides. I learned this the hard way. If you don't, it's going to kind of get all wiggly up because it's an embossed piece. And we're going to stick this directly on the silver foil sheet. Put that right on here, and now we're going to take the doily. So you can fold this in half. We don't need to cut it or anything. I think I gave you guys 2, yeah. So fold this in half, and this is what I do. This is gonna go on the side like this. This is kind of like an artsy kind of card here, a little bit. I'm gonna start on the back. Just put a little bit of adhesive. I didn't cover it completely because you can kind of see through it. So I'm just putting a tiny, tiny bit, and I'm gonna put it where the butterfly is going to be on top of it, like right there. Okay, so that's what we have now, and now we're going to take our silver, and you do need some Scotch tape, or you can probably use your adhesive on the back. I'm going to put some tape on my fingers, and I'm going to put this down at the bottom, kind of, I'd say about maybe 1.25 inches up from the bottom. You want to have room for your butterfly and our saying. Okay, and now I'm going to tape this here. And while I have it upside down, I will go ahead and add adhesive. I'm going to kind of do more because I have my, there we go. So let's fold over the Whisper White sheet of cardstock. If you have a bone folder, it works nice as well. You can use your fingers. I recommend getting a bone folder eventually if you can. Okay, and then we're just going to add this right here on top of this. Okay, and now we're going to take our Bermuda Bay and we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So we're going to use this piece here, and we're going to use the oval piece of white cardstock here. Why do I have so many of those? That's so weird. Uh-oh, I think I grabbed the wrong one. No, I didn't. Okay, sorry. Again, live, remember, this is live. So we're going to use the saying that says, just for you. And we're using the butterfly piece right here that has like the dots on the upper. If you guys can see, we're going to use the dots. So we are going to, I don't know why I threw that over there. We're going to ink up this part first, the butterfly, just the dot part. This is all we're using on this one. Oops. Try not to get ink everywhere if you can help it. Okay, we're just going to stamp this on here. Press firmly, do not rock back and forth. You go down, and if you want to, underneath it, kind of touch it a little bit to make sure that it all got on there. There you go. There's that part. And now I'm going to take the Just For You, and just a little light touch will do it. You don't need to really push down in the ink here. You just need to press down firmly and up. And then we've got our Just For You. If you make a mistake or you weren't happy, just flip it over and do it again. Okay, so now we're going to finish this one right here. We are going to take this butterfly here, and we're going to use a glue dot. And just add the glue dot to the center. And we're going to add it right here in the middle. If you guys saw my cards that I posted on my blog today, you can see that I did kind of the same concept, but I used silver and silver. And I loved it. I just love these butterflies. And I love working with the silver. So you'll be happy that you guys have these now forever. They're yours to make more cards with. If you need to order anything to make more of these cards, you can just look at the PDF, because I have all of the information that you need on there. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to kind of have it off to the side, kind of up here. You guys see that? And I'm going to take my Just For You right here, and I'm going to add the dimensionals here and here. And this is what I'm going to do, is I'm taking the dimensionals and I'm cutting basically 1.5, because I want one up here and I want one down there, so it kind of goes around the ribbon, and you'll know what I'm talking about as you do it. Okay, oops. There we go. All right. And then now I'm just going to stick this on here. And we have our first card, Just For You. And here's the other one that I made. Now on this one, the original one I did, I put the doily in front. I just put it around the white cardstock, and then this one I did behind the white, or behind the silver. So it's up to you on how you want to do it. Everything else I did was the same. Okay, we're going to move on to card number 2. Okay, it's time for us to do card number 2. Okay, so we're going to do this one that has the polka dotted Bermuda Bay paper, so just split it up. The only thing you won't be able to separate on most of yours is the pearls, or the pearl basic gems or pearls, whatever they're called. Okay, so we're just going to divide it into 2, and I'll keep the pearls with me on this one. Oh, oops. Well, your guys' is a banner. Mine, for some reason, is not a banner yet. Oh, I hope you all have a banner. I think you do. Okay, so let me get my banner punch for you guys, and I can demonstrate how that works. I'm really pretty sure that you guys got the banner. I think you do, because I remember punching all of them and having all of the extras. This is the triple banner punch, and you can do 3 sizes width wide. You can do them as long as you want. You can do 2-inch, 1.5, and 1 inch. So this is just the 2x4, and then I have the banner on there. That is really funny. I kind of crack myself up sometimes. This one is going to have a lot of stamping. Are you guys ready to stamp and have a good time? So for this one, we're going to use all 3 colors. We're going to use the black as well. And you're going to need a background piece of paper. Let me see if I can find one here. I've got my Stampin' Up! One here. Okay, I'm just going to use my pad. So if you guys have ordered the pad, this is a nice time to pull it out to use it. We're going to use the Whisper White. There's 2 sizes of cardstock that you guys have. You'll have a smaller piece and a larger piece. And I cut them all separately so you didn't have to worry about trying to decide which size was which. So we're going to use the big one first. And we're going to use this little stamp. So it's not any of the big ones, it's the second size down. And it has the dot, or the texture on it. It's like probably the 3rd step of this one. We're only using this in this size. And then we're going to use this one in the small size. There's 3 sizes of butterflies. So we're going to use this one. And then we're using this one here. Can you guys see that? We're going to use those 2. The first color we're going to use is our Pear Pizzazz. I love this color combination, you guys, that I picked. I am so excited to use it. It's really pretty. So the Pear Pizzazz is only going to be used on the background. So we're just going to stamp them just kind of all over. And you can stamp off so it only shows a little bit. I love stamping it off. Okay, and then do it up here. Some of this will be covered by the banner, but that's okay. So I have mine. How does yours look? Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. You can clean it off in between. You can use a Stampin' Scrub and Mist, or if you have a baby wipe or something like that, I highly recommend purchasing the Stampin' Scrub and Mist. Put that on your wish list if you haven't already. Okay, now we're going to use the Bermuda Bay, and we're going to stamp kind of in between. And it's just so fun. This is one of my favorite ones from this class. Although I do like all three. I usually like all the cards from my classes. Some are my favorites though. This whole class is one of my favorites. And I'm hoping it'll be one of yours too. Although my next couple classes coming up are pretty fun too. The Over the Rainbow one, super fun and bright. If you guys haven't signed up for that one yet, that's a really good class. Okay, and then now we're going to use the basic black, and we're going to stamp the You Are Kind, or if you guys want to do another one, you can. This one you do have room for the different sentiments if you want. So we're going to stamp You Are So Kind, because you're so kind. All right, now we're going to use the Bermuda Bay again. And for those of you who have a way to cut this out, we're going to be using this framelit here. And for those of you that don't, you're going to be using your scissors. And you're going to fussy cut, or cut, whatever. I don't call it fussy cut. I hear a kid that just came home a little early. Oops. I think I'm running late today with my class. Okay, so we're using Bermuda Bay. And now we're going to use the solid, big, large butterfly. So this is the one that's the solid. And you can tell from the picture on here that it'll be this one. And it has a watercolored look. So when you're stamping, it doesn't look like it's completely solid. That's how the stamp was intended to be. And this is a larger stamp, so I'm going to show you the trick to do it. Okay, so I've inked this up. We're not going to stamp it on the white yet. We're going to stamp off. So we're going to do what's called second generation, and the second generation will be just stamped right here in the middle of this white piece. And that was the trick. I kind of just ran my hand across it lightly. So we're going to set this aside. And now we're going to take this one. This one's easy to show you because I have stamped this in black. No, is this the one we're doing next? Let's see. No, we're not using that one. Ha ha ha. We're using this one again. So this one you have already used in the Bermuda Bay. You don't have to clean it. And we're not going to stamp it off first. We're going to stamp it directly on here. See how well I do from my angle. Okay, there we go. Oh, I did perfect. Not to brag, but it's pretty good. Just saying. Okay, now we're stamping the body. I hope I had that cleaned off. I did. Okay, we're going to stamp the body in here. There you go. So it's just a Bermuda Bay butterfly. Okay, so if you do not have the Big Shot or a way to use a machine to cut this, you know, like some sort of die cutting machine. Let me see, do we need this again? Okay, we don't need this again. Yeah, we do. We need it one more time. Okay, forgot it. So I'm going to show you, if you have the Big Shot, now you don't have to have the special platform for this. So I'll just show you guys using the one that comes with the Big Shot. We're just going to use this. You don't have to have it on tab 1. You just keep it on the tab 2. And we're going to put down a sandwich plate. Put down your stamped image. It's nice to have the metallic platform because then this won't scooch and move on you. I think I'm going to have to cut the head off a little bit. Oops. That's okay. Okay, we'll line that up. And then put this on the top and then just run it through. And set this aside because we're using it on one more card, the last card. I wanted you guys to kind of have more interaction for those of you that have purchased or do have a machine to do that. So we have this butterfly here. And this kind of sticks if it's new. All right. And now we're going to put the card together. So let's take our piece of 8.5 by 5.5 Bermuda Bay, and we're just going to fold it in half like this. And then there's no ribbon or anything, so we can go ahead and start with the bottom layer. I hear lots of doors. I don't know who's home. That's pretty funny. Like, who's in my house? So scary. Okay, there we go. And we're going to add this on here. This is the Bermuda Bay. This is from the Brights. I'm having it kind of, how do I have this? How do I want it? Just even with the top layer like this. And then we're going to take this and I kind of, how do I have this on here? I like them to flap up a little bit like this. So I'm just going to use the glue dots on this one. If you like it to lie flat, or if you're sending it in the mail or something and it doesn't matter, you might want to use dimensionals. Okay, I think you guys could see that. And we're going to stick it right here. Isn't this so pretty? Well, and now it's going to be super beautiful because we're going to add, some of you have the strips. So if you have a strip of six of the pearls, just cut them in half. And you can easily just put 3 in the middle. Mine are the different ones. Some of you have the big ones. Just do 3 of them. There we go. So pretty. I love it. I love working with all of the accessories, just adding the bling bling to it. Okay, there we go. So there is one, our number 2 of the cards. Isn't that so fun? Here's my other one that I made. So then we've got our butterfly cards. I love them. I hope you guys are enjoying this class. I hope you're loving them as much as I love them. Okay, so now our final class is this one. Our card is this one. Yeah, this is the one we use that. This is the one you're going to be using this. And you're going to use all 3 ink pads again for this last card. Okay, this one's super fun. So there's a lot of stamping in this one, but it's going to be super fun. So separate it into 2 different piles. Okay. Okay, if you guys are signing up for my first June class, I'm going to be posting it at the end of May. It's the Painter's Palette one, and that one is going to fill up fast. I already have people that are asking to be on a waiting list. So if you would like that class, I might start a waiting list. I'm not sure, but I will post that one probably earlier. But just so you guys know, that one won't ship until the end of the first week of June. But we have to get our orders in early for that on June 1st. Okay, this one I'm separating, and again, you have the gems on this one. You should just have the long strip, or 2 in 3. You're gonna use 3 on each. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This one's super fun. All right, let's go ahead and fold the Pear Pizzazz 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock over first. There we go. And now we're going to take this piece here, and we're going to use the little like background dots. I'm going to show you the trick. Because they're longer and they're photopolymer, sometimes they might get wiggly, or if you want to put them down, you can actually shape them and give them a different shape. But the trick that I've learned from working with photopolymer for a lot of years is just lay it flat on your table, and it should lie how it's supposed to go, how it was intended to go, and I just put my block right on top of it. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to use Bermuda Bay, and we're going to make kind of like a block. So this one, it's good that it's see-through, so I'm going to start up about halfway, and I'm just going to stamp this like this. You see that? So this is like true stamping. And the great thing about, again, it being see-through is you can kind of just see where the next one's gonna go. Unless you're doing a video like me and then I totally missed a spot. All right, there we go. For some reason I'm stamping mine weird. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna do one more. There we go. Okay, so I have this little background square, and it actually looks really nice when we're finished. It might not look the bestest right now, but it looks really good, I promise. All right, we're gonna use the basic black, and we're going to stamp the saying that says, "The little moments with you matter a lot to me." Isn't that so sweet? So sweet. This would be a good card to send to someone for the card a day in May. Are you guys doing my challenge? We're sending out, I'm trying to encourage people to send out a card a day or give away a card a day in the month of May. And we've already done, I think we're up to 2,000 or something. I don't know exactly how many, but I'm just kind of guesstimating and rounding off to what people are posting. But that's a lot of cards, and we still have half of a month to go, and you can join anytime you want. It's really about the thought. It's not about like winning anything or prizes. It's just about being selfless, and that's what it's about. Okay, so I've already cut this one for you guys as well, so let's just set it aside. We're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my big stamps. We're using the large stamps. We're going to be using all 3 of the large ones. Am I using this? No. I'm going to be using, you need to clean off the big solid one for sure, because that's going to be a pear pizzazz. And then this one is going to stay the same. And then wait, where's the third one? This one here, we haven't even used it yet. That's going to be black. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, so let's stamp. The first thing we're going to do is, I do need a background piece of paper for this. Aren't these colors just amazing? I just love them. I'm so happy to use them. Okay, we're gonna start with the pear. I like to close my ink pads when I'm in between projects or if I'm not using that color, because it is so easy to accidentally stamp the wrong stamp that you've already inked up on something else. It's easy to put it in the wrong pad, and I've been stamping a long time and I still do it. I'd probably do it today if I kept all the ink pads open. Okay, so this one we're gonna stamp off the pear just because I just didn't want it to be full strength. I just want it to be light. Let's see if that's the color that I was looking for. And it is. I just want kind of a light one. And that's a great thing with having the ink pads. When you stamp them off, you're getting a whole nother palette of colors. You're getting a more muted, softer color of the one that you were using. So, okay. Now we're using the Bermuda Bay. And we're going to ink that up in here. Don't stamp this off. This one's going to go directly on here. Ta-da! And now we're using the basic black. Now, you are going to need to clean off this little guy, the body that we had in the blue, because we're going to stamp him or her in black now. So let's get our basic black out, and let's look at our other card that we did. Okay. I'm trying to get the body part all right. I think that I need to stamp this more down here. There we go, for it to line up better. Okay, there's my black body part of it, and now we're going to stamp the top part. Try not to get the ink in the middle if you can help it, because you don't want that to accidentally get other places, you know. Ink this up right on top, pull it off, and ta-da! Isn't that pretty? So beautiful. And now we're going to do the same thing. We are going to go ahead and use the Big Shot and cut out that one piece. Let me clear off my mess here. We'll just go ahead and use what comes with the Big Shot again. There you go. And I'm just going to put my frame. Where did I put it? Right here. Put that right on top. I think I did better. I did. Ahaha, I did better. So kind of put the body down a little bit lower than what I had it in the beginning for the other card. Okay, you just run that through. Get my Big Shot out of the way, because I'm about to be done with these projects in a second. Okay, ta-da! And again, if you don't have a machine yet or some sort of Big Shot, you can just cut that out. And this is an easy one. The reason I did it for this class, this is an easy one to cut out by hand. Just super easy. But it's also easier to use the Big Shot with it. Okay, so now we're going to take some glue dots. And I'm actually going to do 2. I'm going to do one at the top of the body and one at the bottom of the body like I did with the other one. Get it off my nail. It's on my nail. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with the wings. I just like the wings to be up a little bit. Put this on here. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and add this on here, but we're going to use some of this. This is fun to work with. It's like thread. Is it called silver linen thread? I don't remember. Metallic thread. So I'm going to go around like just a bunch of times. I went around probably like 7 or 8 times and then cut it. And here's the trick. Pinch it in the center like this. Pinch it in the center. And then I've learned, once you have it pinched in the center, kind of twist it. This is how, if you guys got my thank you card, one of the cards I made for thank you cards, like months and months ago, I think it was in October or September, it had the linen thread on it. was very easy because I did this technique on it. And you can actually make them wider too if you want. And then you can, once it's down on the paper, then you can spread it and kind of get the design that you want. And then we just want this behind here, so you're only really going to see a little bit, but it's awesome. It's just super awesome. It's wonderful. So now we're going to take our dimensionals, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to put this right on top of that. I have it a little bit off to the side. And now we're going to take those beautiful gems, and you guys should have, like I said, 6. Some of you guys, they're already cut, but cut them to where they're 3, and these should come off all together. I believe everybody has the same ones for this one. Gonna cut them off and then just put them in the middle of the body. Ta-da! Okay, and now we have our 6 projects actually. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this class. Seriously, this is one of my most favorite classes that I've ever done. This one, Remarkable You, is one of my favorites. Over the Rainbow is one of my favorites. So I really enjoy these projects and I enjoy teaching them to you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can order anything at mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you soon. Bye.